Time I stream. OBS is being. What's a good word to describe it? Irritating? Bad? It just crashed on me. So I'm just going to be starting the portion where I'm actually playing the game just live. My favorite thing ever. Alright. That was weird. Didn't make any sound when I selected the game. Or maybe there's a swish noise. I don't know. Very strange. I wonder if they're going to have anything like seek guidance in Elden Ring. Okay, and our onion friend has vanished. Makes sense. This upcoming area is actually... Oh, Penelope, hello. Upcoming area is pretty odd. Not odd, really. How to describe it? It's, placed interestingly is probably the best way to put it. In which it's after what is essentially just a small boss fight. Alright. Can you tell which of these are not environment objects and are actually enemies? It's pretty difficult to spot. It's not like you can even lock onto them. Right. How does a fireball do against you guys? Oh, decently well. This axe has shorter range than I thought it would. Ah, there we go. I said that earlier, that they dropped 5 Fading Souls, which is interesting because they're 5 mostly dead enemies trapped in a cage. Fun little details like that. Oh, there's also some other items down there. I should probably collect them first. I forget what it is, though. I think one of them's the Great Club. I don't think I'll ever actually use it, of course. I'm going for a caster build this game, in case anyone is around that was unaware of that fact. Oh, right, and there's also that item on that corpse up there that's useful. Yes. I've never played caster anything when it came to Dark Souls, so this is largely a first for me. Get that in a second. Northern Armor. If I remember correctly, Northern Armor is actually pretty good, but the Pale Tongue was the main thing that I was really looking into. Because you need the Pale Tongue for an NPC quest line. Yeah. I think I might have messed around with, like, you know, a little bit of Pyromancy in Dark Souls 1. But it is very, very different in 3, which is the one I'm playing. And 3 has the most, like... Ooh, 3 has the most interesting spells. But it's also the most boring system for magic. Because it's just, you know, a mana bar. Instead of the Dark Souls 1 and 2 setup, and Demon Souls, where they just had limited casts per spell, which I always found far more interesting. But I suppose that's the price that I pay for waiting so long. I did not know those guys had ranged attacks. Also, I didn't hear that, so I'm going to have to... Goodness. Oh. How do you like fireballs? Ooh. Interesting. Yeah. I was having connectivity issues earlier, so could be something to do with that. Alright. Ah, Aaron, hello. Oh, I forgot to disable the weapon change. That one won't do anything. I'm not playing Bloodborne anymore. Oh no, it's just extremely quiet. Okay. Here, let me turn down all of the volume then. I'll just drop the general sound of the game. Let's see, boost desktop audio as a whole. Increase my audio. Now if I do this...
Wow.
Alright. It's a bit louder. It is going well. I'm back in the game, of course. And things are generally pretty interesting. As I remember it, you guys aren't particularly weak to fireballs, right? Oh, I didn't think... the splash would go that far. Alright, well, now I'm... I mean, we've already fairly well established that rage doesn't really factor in too much, even when I'm playing these games. Alright. Come on. It's just about patience. Which I have in spades. So it's more just... will I ever lose my patience? Which isn't too terribly likely. No, that's something that I tend to not do, is express rage. Alright, come on. I can't do anything unless you do it first. Is this one just coded to cast more? That would make sense. She was sitting in the back. Alright. That was probably a bit risky of me to take that attack. I don't know. But, actually, how is game audio now that I've adjusted things? Let me just... Okay, that looks like it's registering well. Konbanwashoi. Oh, there's a whole bunch of new Hololive members. I might actually want to, add a couple more greetings to the list. Alright, I don't think there's any more enemies. Alright, you know what? I actually have to take a drop later, so I'm just going to use this. An Ember is a full heal. Very useful. Flynn's Ring. Flynn's Ring might actually be useful. Yeah, see, if I had just taken that drop without using the Ember to heal, I would have died 100%. Because Flynn's Ring increases the damage you deal inversely proportional to the amount of health you have. Alright, so I believe I just want to do a running jump. Okay. That's unfortunate. Maybe I should have taken off my heavier armor. I don't remember the last bonfire I sat at. It's a bit of an annoying run, but mostly doable. Alright. Now then, I do actually have a bunch of new rings. Yeah, lowering equip load increases attack. So is this going to actually do anything for me right now? Alright. Let me just take a look at my... right weapon is at 192. Yes, it barely does anything. Ah, in fact, it does nothing. All it's increasing is the damage of my unarmed attacks. So yeah, you actually need to be wearing next to nothing for Flynn's ring to do something. Well, I can put on the Bloodbite ring, because I'm fighting bleed-type enemies. And why not? I'll put the blue tear stone on, too. Just for that little extra bit of defense. Oh. Yeah, that's actually... Oh, okay. Something I should probably consider is, enemy strengths and weaknesses. Because I'll have, I think, a bit more flexibility when it comes to... Ow. Alright, well, they're out of pots now, so... I'm pretty safe. They are right on my heels. Oh, I have the effect of the blue tear stone, though. So maybe that'll help me. Alright, I think this elevator's gonna go down. Yeah. Yeah, they don't really like the church that much. Alright. Oh! Nope, you're going for it, huh? Alright, well, I'll see you later. Alright, and I believe I have to fall off of this side of the elevator? Oh, no, it was the other side. Never mind. Well, I'll be sending the elevator back down. Also, hello, Refax. Wow, I'm surprised I actually took damage from that. That was a pretty short fall. Not even the village could do it, though. It took more than a village. And I'm still standing. Actually, probably a good thing, because I think I had a fair few souls on me at the time. Alright. Come on. Not really a fan of how hard the axe knocks dogs back. I guess, what is it? Axes are technically considered heavy weapons, then. Ow. That's another rare weapon, by the way, those guys, big sticks. It'd be nice to get one. I guess they just locked all of the bleed weapons behind irritating requirements. Okay. I think this is actually a bit more of a Dark Souls 2 situation where, yeah, you have to run at an awkward angle to actually get it. Alright, and there's the Chloranthy ring, which I'll probably not be taking off for a while. And the Mira set, which is the armor of Lucatiel from Dark Souls 2. Lucatiel has very nice armor. I'm just gonna wear it because I think it looks nice. Look at this. I can just have the fire hand out to make it look slightly cooler. Alright. What was I doing now? Oh, I've basically just run around in a big circle, so I'm right where I wanted to be in the end. Yes. You can actually get the, what is it, the Lucatiel helmet somewhere else. But I don't have what I need for that yet. Alright. Is there anything more up here? I don't remember there being anything. Just check the perimeter. Oh, no. Just a big old pile of rubble. I've got a good 6,000 souls. Oh, you know what? Whoa. Now that I have the white branch that I got from the giant up at the very tippity top of the tower, I can go through an area over here without getting pelted by arrows. I'll even get help from the giant, too. Alright, so yeah. We can actually just watch the arrows coming down off of that tower. Because now that I have the white branch, he's just taking out all the hollows for us. Oh. We can just run around. And he will kill all of the hollows. He is a very nice guy. Go, ow! Ah! Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Look at how much health I have. I wish I could drop this menu. There we go. Oh, he's still coming. I could really use a divine smite. There we go. That was mildly concerning. And now I can just gather all the stuff. And I guess the fact that you can pick up young white branches from the tree is supposed to be some sort of hint. I don't know. Our giant friend's not shooting anymore. Let me actually go into my inventory. So there's two different types of young white branches. There's this one that the giant gave us, and then there's this one, which is just a general white branch. But this one says, good friend, no hit on it. So that's the... If you ever use that white birch branch, the giant will start shooting arrows at you again. Which is, unfortunate. I don't actually know if you can get a replacement branch. I think you can. It'd be kind of absurd not to let you. There we go. Undead Bone Shard. That's one of the, big things over in this area. Undead Bone Shards make your Estus flasks better. You pour them into the Firelink bonfire, and it makes your Sunny D taste better. Alright, and the Mortician's Ashes. That will... Actually, no. I'm not going to risk walking past the giant machete guy. To the Shrine Bonfire I go. They also made using bones a lot quicker in this game. It was, much more slow in the earlier games, which made it very difficult to teleport out of boss fights or enemy encounters. Alright. What am I here to do again? Level up? Ah, give her the Mortician's Ashes first off.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
Umbral Ash.
Gracious. Passing fine ash thou'st given.
Let's see, I believe she says
This ash bestow nourishment.
the same thing.
I only hope these new wares content thee.
With each ash you give her, except for one. And she's like, oh, these ashes are terrible. I hate it. Something to that effect. Alright, but now I can get the grave key, which will let me do a couple of new things. I don't think I give in and get the casting implements yet. I'll probably find some just out in the world. Well, I definitely will.
Then touch the take nourishment.
It's more how long will it take for me to actually get them. Alright, do I have... I do have 2 attunement slots. Alright. Not right now. I need to go talk to my pyromancy teacher and fill out one of my other slots. Oh, welcome. Alright. I don't think I need to get Fireball. Doesn't seem like it would be particularly useful to have two of the same spell. I don't think that does anything in this game. In previous games, having two of the same spell would increase the amount of times you could cast it. But I think just having two of the same spell in this game is pointless. Fire Surge isn't good. It might be. I don't know. I guess I'll try it. It just seems like it would be a bad spell. Oh, and you know what? Reinforcing my Pyromancy Flame is probably a good idea. What is the, spell buff? That's the thing we really care about. Because increasing the fire damage is just increasing the damage that this weapon does when you punch someone with it. Which is thoroughly pointless. And here's Grey Rat. He's sad that Loretta died.
Heavens, she was already dead.
He'll get better soon, don't worry.
Heavens.
Alright. Onward. Alright, now I can spend my souls.
Very well, then take nourishment.
Oh, and I should definitely burn my bone meal. Or whatever it's properly called. Okay. Let's just level intelligence and faith in tandem. Why not?
Farewell, may the...
Yeah, I think my health might actually stay at this level for the rest of the game. Alright, burn undead bone shard. Whoops. Meant to go to travel. Alright. So now that I got that key from the shopkeeper, which she obtained by giving her the Mortician's Ashes, I can unlock a new door down in the sewer. And then I can do one of two things. Fight a boss or go to the next zone. And I'll probably fight the boss. No reason not to. It's a kind of annoying boss. I really hope I don't die to it. Again, it's one of those bosses that I definitely don't consider difficult, but I'll probably die to it at least once. Given my track record. Alright, you guys can't follow me. That door's in your way, right? Alright, and here we have the best piece of armor in the game. And a Statue of Elka. I believe this is the only time she's referenced in this game. She's such a mysterious figure, and she seems like she should be so much more integral to the lore. And she shows up in multiple places, but she just never really does much. I kind of like how the skeletons in this zone are just overgrown with tree roots. It's a very new sort of look for skeletons. And also, once again, I've got a heavy weapon, which means these skeletons are falling to pieces. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, let's just pull back a little bit. Maybe play a little bit less risky. I am so very fortunate that my enemy also decided to take a long wind-up for his attack. I definitely should have been a lot more careful about how I tried to do that. Alright, come on. Reassemble yourself. Oh! I didn't realize you had assembled as well. Well, that could have been dangerous. I don't know if those guys can actually backstab me. If they can... whoops. I sure left myself open to attack. Alright, and... when you're chasing a lizard, always try and curve them to one side. Whoops. Don't chase them straight on. It's a lot more difficult. That dog was unfortunate. Hey. Alright, let's just deal with you from a distance. Yes, that was one of the, right. The area that I'm currently in, that's the bridge that I got absolutely mauled while I was walking across. I think you can fall down here if you have enough health, which is pretty difficult to do at this point in the game. So, I guess I just opted for the slightly easier route. Oh, yes, and also... Do I have a bow? Got a crossbow. I think you can aim crossbows this early. Oh, I don't have any bolts, though. Or arrows. Okay, well... Well, you can shoot that body down. I don't remember if it's got anything good on it. I think it might just be some titanite shards. I don't remember. Alright. This is a party room. It's full of rats. Oh. Well. Ow. Oh, no. I am just... I don't know how I survived that. You get punched. Oh, that was uncomfortable. Alright, and there we go. I knew I'd find a talisman sooner or later. And I was fairly certain I would find one here because of this character. Hello.
Who is there? Is someone there? Anyone? Oh, please. Whoever you are, touch me.
Yeah, so in this
Dark surrounds
sort
me,
of
nibbles at my flesh.
setting,
Little creatures.
what is it? Blindness is considered a virtue when it comes to people of
Hold out your
faith.
hand and touch me.
Probably because of the idea of blind faith.
Yes, there you are.
Hovering a
So close.
good half-foot away from your shoulder.
Then I am not entirely alone just yet. Praise the merciful gods above. Oh, forgive me.
Yeah, so if you miss that entire path that I just went down,
I am Irina of Karim.
you lose access to one of the few characters that can teach you
I came to this
miracles.
land so that I might be a firekeeper.
Firekeeper is
Your touch
a,
has freed me from the darkness.
definitely a rough life, that.
You are a champion, then. I am weak and unfit to tend the flames. But if it would not trouble you, might I enter into your service instead?
Put down my controller for a second, which is one of the worst things you can do while playing this game. Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
Because
sweet
you can
champion.
accidentally hit the triggers
I shall take my vows.
and just attack
I,
whoever you're
Irina of
talking to when
Karim,
you put your controller
solemnly
down.
swear to serve you.
I will demonstrate what can potentially happen. Alright, so I'm just gonna put my controller down. I'm doing, like, it wrong on purpose. Oh. Oh! You know what? The cord that I have in my controller... There we go. Yeah, Irina's a pretty nice lady. Yeah, if you can just, like, accidentally nudge one of the controller or triggers accidentally, then you might just attack
You've gone and rescued her, have you?
NPCs. Yeah.
How very quaint. Pitying creatures that are beyond help. Very well. I'm sick of looking after her at any rate. I am Egon, a knight of Karim. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety. And only for that long. What's the matter?
Egon's
My
also
terms
pretty
are very
interesting.
simple. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety.
No.
And only.
So, I guess I'll just talk about this now, since I'm not planning on actually doing it in-game. But, you can give Arena, like, Braille texts to read that have, like, the directions for miracles on them. Which is how she learns new spells to teach you, is by you giving her books to read. And there are sort of evil books that you can give her, which is, as you might interpret, not guaranteeing her safety. So, Egon gets mad at you, so he is actually genuine in trying to, guarantee her safety. Also, this, fun trick to this enemy. Don't fight them. Because it's more trouble than it's worth. There's a bonfire right here. And it's generally a bit more trouble than it's worth. But now that, you know, I have a respawn point that's really close by. Okay, hello. It's slightly more feasible. Because this is a strong enemy. There I go. He is practically a boss, and you might notice that he is actually very similar to one of the bosses that I've already defeated, which was Vort of the Boreal Valley, because they both hail from the Boreal Valley, and are Outrider Knights, is their title. So he's just all covered in ice and cold. Alright, you know what? Part of using magic in this game is not fighting fairly, so I'm just gonna pelt you with fireballs through this door you can't exit. It's pretty strong. It's almost unfairly strong in most situations. Alright, and something I forgot to do was attune this spell. Alright, so now I can actually see what Fire Surge does. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know how useful that is, really. Yeah, magic was also a lot stronger in the Dark Souls 1. Yeah, Fire Surge is just worse than Fireball in, like, every way, it looks like. It takes so much more mana. It's slower. It's close range. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick to Fireball. I'm just sitting back down so that I can regain all of that spent mana. Here. Burn. See, that worked out so much faster. So I spent that tiny amount of mana to kill it. I'm gonna take a drink and stretch. But, the combustion, or whatever it's called, Fire Surge, didn't even kill it, and also spent, like, 3 times the amount of mana. So definitely not a spell that I think I'd ever want to use. Oh. I feel like they didn't playtest the magic in this game. Either that or they made it weak on purpose. Oh, I'm so very excited for Elden Ring, where I don't know the critical path to walk down every time, and all the sneak attacks that I won't know to get. Seems like it would be a lot of fun. Alright, there is a drop-off somewhere. I think it's on this side. No? Where's the drop? Huh, it is Demise. Is it further along? Oh, it is, okay. I was thinking of the wrong outcropping. Oh well. Lots of enemies. Alright. It's very useful killing enemies at a distance, though. Oh, you're a pyromancer, too. Here, why don't I just hit you with my axe, then? Since fire probably doesn't have too much effect on you. Yeah, there's the drop that I want to make. The one that that enemy just made. Is there actually a way that you can just go straight on from here? I don't remember it. I don't think I ever even tried to walk straight on from here. Praise the snipers. What am I supposed to be sniping? I mean, there's an enemy or two over there. Also, bows and arrows are wildly inefficient in these games. Barely deal any damage. Oh, and I should probably... Yeah, that's actually nice. That Ashen Estus flask is completely filling my bar now that it's at +1. Alright. Oh, that was a heavy fall. Oh, twin daggers. If I wasn't a caster, that might actually be a fun thing to check out. Oh. I thought you were a spirit. Wow. I didn't think you'd know how to do that. Wait, I think she fell off the cliff. Oh, no. They just thought it was cool, I guess. This game has a lot of things that are generally pretty bad. Oh, I felt my life absolutely flash before my eyes. Yeah, I suppose I didn't actually have to make that huge fall to get the Brigand Twin Daggers, since there's just a walk-around path here. Why do they even give that option to you? Yeah. I suppose it's more just freedom of choice, that they add all of the weird, peculiar things. Like, yeah. Style. It looks nice. Sort of thing. Wait a second, do I not have enough faith to use that talisman? Oh, that's a high faith talisman. Faith greatly affects effectiveness. Yeah, I can see that. Alright then. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. Well, no, that one in front of me is definitely an enemy, right? How do you deal with fire? Most, like, bird or beast-type enemies don't really like it. They don't seem to be too chuffed, though. I mean, it hurts them just as much as everything else is hurt by fire, but... no. I feel like they would be a little bit more weak to it. I suppose the big thing about, you know, magic in this game is that you can just sort of make anything work, except for builds in which you try and destroy enemy equipment. Those don't work at all. Probably a good thing that they don't work, too. Because those builds were annoying to deal with. Okay, right, this is the safe fall off on this side of the bridge. Why are you gonna be so noisy? Goodness. Wow. It really was a get down, Mr. President situation. So, fun fact about dogs in Dark Souls 3. There's, one of those Braille Divine Tomes I was talking about. Oh, and Morn's Ring. Yeah, it did. I was going to say that, but that actually happened... what was it? Last stream as well? Dogs tend to jump in front of each other a lot, it turns out. Yeah, it was... that would have been an annoyingly narrow pathway to fight that guy on. Also, in Dark Souls 1, throwing spells doesn't take stamina. Interesting that it does in this one, though. They changed basically everything about how magic works from Dark Souls, what, 1 to 3. Quite a big difference. Alright. With 2 new friends. Hey guys.
Oh, hello. How do you do? I am Anri of Astora, unkindled like you. This is Horace, a friend and travelling companion. Are you too in search of the Lords of Cinder? We are well along the road of sacrifices. Below us is the Crucifixion Woods. Beyond the flooded woods lies Farron Keep, home of the Undead Legion. Further yet is the Cathedral of the Deep. We seek the cathedral, home of the grim Aldrich. We may go our separate ways now, but we are both seekers of lords.
I really like the way Anri is sitting.
Paths, one may find the other in a time of need. May the flames guide your way.
Mm-hmm. Now, they actually gave Anri a unique, like, sitting pose to conform with the rubble that she's on.
Oh yes, Horace. He's not very talkative. But don't think ill of him.
I think we were meant to talk to Horace in between those 2 bits of dialogue.
A fine partner for this grueling journey. Without his help, I would have cursed this onerous duty long ago.
Right. This is what Horace is like. Oh. So Horace... I'm trying to think how to explain this properly. Okay, you know what? I can actually... here we go. So... proof... the Pale Tongue item. Proof of a red orb invader's victory over a host of embers. Claiming tongues as trophies was originally the practice of an infamous troop of invaders who offered them to their speechless goddess. So... there's a group of people who rip out the tongues of people they invade and offer them to their goddess. Their goddess is affiliated with Aldrich, and these two are going out in search of Aldrich in order to take him out. The implication being that Horus was the victim of an invader who ripped his tongue out.
We are well along the road of sacrifices.
Right, I've already seen that dialogue. Yes, we will encounter them a couple more times as we move along the journey. They're still there for now. But I think once we come back... Yeah, it's not how tongues work. Haha, good joke. Oh, you know what? I entirely forgot this NPC existed. Hello, Pyromancer.
I am Cirrus, of the Sunless Realms, former servant of the divinity. Duties we each bear, but one's duty is a solitary affair.
I don't remember how to progress her quest.
Blessing.
A hydrate on a stretch again. Ooh, I was about to put my controller down. Alright, so I'm going to have to step away for a bit because my water bottle is empty. I had one drink left when Penelope redeemed it, and now I'm out. So I'll be right back, because I have to go refill my water bottle. I will leave you with this beautiful view, because I'm too afraid to switch scenes because OBS has been extremely unstable recently. Well, no, I just forgot to refill it after yesterday's stream. But yes, I do kind of need a bigger water bottle. It's kind of small. It's not just empty because I took a single drink from it. It's empty because I took many drinks from it yesterday and forgot to fill it before stream today. So, again, I will be back. Alright, my water has been acquired. And I'm just about ready to stretch and drink. Water and stretch. And now I need to put my headset back on. Just talking through every single step in the process of getting back to the game. Okay, Cirrus.
I doubt we've much to gain from fraternization.
Yeah, you would
Blessing
say
of the
that,
moon
wouldn't
on
you?
your journey.
Alright, she's an adherent of the moon. Yeah, those guys are pretty cool.
Ah, well,
Do I have anything else to buy from you? I could get a miracle. Heal aid.
Ashen one.
Yeah. Alright, but now that we are back, and we've already picked up a Braille tome. So this is where she's at. Hello.
Oh, champion of Ash. Welcome
If I'm not
back.
mistaken, I think Aegon's standing up there.
I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours now.
This is actually an NPC that it makes
wish
sense
is
she's
my
not looking
command.
directly at you because she's blind. Alright, what miracles do you have by default? Heal, replenishment, caressing tears, and a homeward. I can give her a tome. Nothing bad will happen to her as long as we don't make the bad things happen to her.
Oh, you've brought me a Braille Divine Tome. Now I can tell new tales of miracles. Tales of the greater miracles can be quite the epics. What fun we will have.
And now she has... This is the one that everyone uses. Tears of Denial. I don't want to use Tears of Denial. I'm going to be entirely honest. It basically just stops you from dying for one time when your HP reaches 0. And it's just kind of annoying to just always have. And also, Force and Medium Heal were the other ones that I got. Does this do any damage? I don't remember. No direct damage, okay. I believe this one is the one that's entirely localized on your person. God, I think I'll just pick up a heal. Just for the sake of having it. Oh, but if I get that heal... Oh, you know what? I've got plenty of usable souls on me. Yeah. So she's a fine lady. Very helpful. Yes, if I come up here... Not there. I swear Aegon follows her here. Just so that he can make sure that she's not being mistreated. Well.
Welcome home. Speak very well. Then take...
One more level of faith. Should give me the stats I need to wield the Talisman.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the...
Here we go. So now I'm actually going to have to pay a lot of attention as I cycle through 15 different spells. To get rid of that thoroughly useless spell. Replace it with a medium heal. How long does this take to cast? Pretty long. Oh, that takes a chunk of FP. Alright. Leonidas is over there. Leonidas? Leonard? I don't remember his name. Okay, well. No new dialogue from you. Leonhardt, I believe his name is, actually.
Well, hasn't it been some time? I'm Leonard, the Ringfinger. Remember me? I slipped you those red eyes sometime.
It was just last stream, not too long ago.
You're making quite an effort of it, so I thought you might like to know.
Yeah, so he only gives you this dialogue if you have a pale tongue in your inventory.
Then kill the Dark Wraith, survivor of the man swallowed by darkness. He has been a prisoner for many ages in the deepest cell in all Lothric. I can see it in your eyes. If you didn't invade, didn't pillage, whatever would you do?
I've not done that even once. You're mistaken, I just happened to pick a tongue off of a corpse.
If you fancy a prop, then please, I can...
So, the Dark Wraith down in the cellar that he's talking about was, I believe, what they had for, like, the boss in the network test for this game way back when. I can go do that. I'm not that busy. Yes, the visual effects on all of the spells are generally pretty good. Or miracles, rather. Miracles always look very nice. The other spells sort of look how they look. Through no fault of their own. just the developers seem to like miracles a little bit better. Hey. Don't worry yourself, I'm just going over this way. Don't be so aggressive. Okay. So here we go, it's the Dark Wraith time. Let's just open up with a fireball. Or two. Wow. He actually mixed a kick into his attack set. That is impressive. You are smart for an AI. I don't remember if you can just, drop your sword here. But I would really like that. Ah! Oh, that's the catalyst. Whoops. Yeah, you're pretty dangerous, huh? Ow. He does not stagger at all, too. Oof. That was rough. Maybe I should, try fighting a bit less cheese-flavored there. I am actually going to have to deal with you. Because I forgot to send the elevator back up. Oh, let's just use a miracle to heal this. Better than using an Estus flask. Those take a lot less time to use. Okay, so I suppose I could try fighting him with my axe. Like, for a real fight. But also, this guy is just so strong. Right. I mean, it's definitely... Okay. I thought he had seen us already. It's definitely probably a good idea to just start with the 2 fireballs. Alright, and now... Wow. Wow. Yeah, you don't seem to take much damage from my dark attacks, huh? Oh, normally that stuns enemies. I was trying to be a bit too fancy for my own good, apparently. Yeah, maybe weapon arts are pretty underpowered in Dark Souls 3. I mean, he was sort of designed to be a boss stand-in. I feel like I might also be a bit underpowered for this fight. Maybe going for backstab's probably the right choice. His attacks track so well, too. Wait a second. I want to check something. Okay. Oh. I was just wondering what the weapon skill for the Pyromancy Flame was. I keep dropping my shield after... Ooh. And getting hit by his second attack. There you go. I knew he would get stuck on that piece of armor. Yeah, because he does a kick right afterwards. Alright. You are aggro. Yeah, there it is. So that kick, that's the third hit in his pattern is... Oh. Alright, I just need to get you with one more of those. Oh, okay, well. And I get the red orb off of it. Oh, and he dropped his sword. Ooh, that's a pretty good get. Also, hello, Kiwi Fluffs. I think that might actually be a uncommon drop, the Dark Sword. Dark Sword was actually one of the more... If I'm remembering correctly, I think the Dark Sword was a very overpowered weapon back at launch, but they nerfed it a little bit. Stealth, stealth doesn't exist in this game, my friend. That's Elden Ring. And that's not coming out for another few months. Well, that's all I really needed to do. And honestly, I didn't even really need to do it. No. Especially since I don't really plan on doing any invading. So the red eye orb that I got is pretty useless. Also... Oh, okay, well... Huh. I can't even use the dark sword that he dropped. Requires too many stats. No? Oh, okay, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. I just hit up on the directional pad. Because I thought that would bring me to the bottom of the list that I was on, and it did, technically. Because Firelink Shrine is at the bottom of every list. I just wanted to go to... So, here, I pressed up. I went to Firelink Shrine instead of Halfway Fortress. Admittedly, I could have just went down. Because, you know, it was only one away in that direction. But I thought it would be more fun to just do 106... What is it? 360 degree loop around. Like 359 degree loop. You know, that I'm not actually ending up in the place that I started. I'm ending up one over from it. Alright, yep, and now Henri and Horus are gone. Henri also has a very good sword that you can get if you kill her. It's only good for specific builds, but it's very good for those builds. But also I'm not going to be killing NPCs. It's not how I really like to play these games. Also, these guys have an oddly adverse reaction to fire. It's like, you know, nobody likes getting hit with fire, obviously. These guys actually sort of stagger around a little bit. Which is unusual for anything other than beasts. I was expecting the Corvians to have that sort of reaction, but not these guys. Very odd. Like, the dogs roll around on the ground after they get hit with fire, which makes sense to me. These guys are just normal hollows. Okay, and also, we've reached the realm of the crabs. Oh boy. Alright, let's just ignore the swampy area of the swamp for now and stick to dry land. There's plenty of things to do over this side. Oh, hey. I didn't see you behind that tree. Yeah, that you can say that for most of the areas in Dark Souls 3. Everywhere tends to look pretty in Dark Souls 3. Whoops. Alright. Wow, they really don't like getting hit. Yeah, there's lots of crabs, giant crabs in this area. It's sort of a whole thing. There's also a couple small crabs, too. Yeah, let's just walk out into the water. Oh, there's one of them. Yeah, see? There's one of the little crabs over there. There's one of the giant crabs over there. I'm going to avoid them like my life depends on it. Because they are scary. Alright, come on. Wasn't even letting me lock onto them. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna try this. Oh. Oh no! I'm out of fire. I'll just punch him. Well, I'm out of magic. I guess I'm stuck with the good old axe. Oh wow, the grunt enemies aren't even dying to, ow, the axe. We've got these little friends, which are some of the very few enemies that made the import from Dark Souls 2. Because for some reason, almost nothing from Dark Souls 2 made it into this game. Like, I know it was the fan least favorite game. It was still good. It had some very good enemy designs. Like, these aren't the highlight of enemy design from Dark Souls 2. But hey, they made it, at least. The crabs are scary, because they're just really tough. They've got a lot of health. They move surprisingly quickly. What else? There's obviously some other things that I'm not thinking of right now. I think that's actually really it. They just move faster than it looks like they should. But now that I have cleared out the dry land portion of the swamp... Well, cleared out, quote-unquote. I've gotten pretty close. Fine. I will deal with you. Stop. Ah, hello, T-Ranger. So I can just light this bonfire. I guess we'll see why crabs are so terrifying. Alright, here we go. Hey! So that's how much damage I do. I'm not entirely sure what con you're referring to. Right. And also that spit that they do. Okay. It applies a fairly unique status effect that slows your movement speed. You know, to be fair, I've never actually tried fighting these guys with a shield. That is on the other side of the country from me, so no, not really. I live on the East Coast, I'm afraid. I know quite a few VTubers tend to live on the West Coast, but I'm over here stranded in the cold part of the country. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, there was the taking damage sound effect when I got hit by the crab earlier. But I blocked the attack. Interesting. So yeah, and I guess the other thing to say about this is, imagine getting swarmed by more than one crab. It's difficult enough dealing with this one. You know what? How do you like fire? Yeah, there's plenty of crabs. Ooh. Let's see. There's one over there. You can sort of see off in the distance. I think there's at least one more. And also the crabs can sort of burrow underground. So yeah, it's, little baby ones are fine. They aren't very aggro. Okay, but there is actually an item over there. I'm doing well. Oh, I should probably have healed, huh? Yeah, see how fast they move? They're such a bother. Earlier I was actually working on cooking something that should... Oh, okay. Nope. Ooh, okay. By the end of the day, it should be up on Twitter, the new thing that I have been cooking, which was actually a recipe redeemed from Aquapunk a little while ago, but I messed it up the first time, so now I'm working on take 2. Yeah, the flan. And oh, okay. Well, hello. I think it's going a little bit better this time. Right. The other interesting thing about crabs is that they hit all other enemies. So you can actually use crabs to kill, like, normal enemies if you kite them around well enough. Oh, that was... I was on my catalyst, not my battle axe. That makes sense. Alright, there we go. So that's how you're supposed to get the Great Swamp Ring. I mean... yeah, that's kind of what crabs are, as ocean spiders. They're just big ocean bugs. Which is kind of funny how, you know, everyone says crab meat is a delicacy, despite the fact that they're basically just big bugs. Great Swamp Pyromancy Tome. And the Conjurator set. I'm actually going to take a look at the Conjurator set. What are you? Tired of traveling Conjurators. The predecessors to Pyromancers. I'm honestly not much of a seafood person myself. Here, let's dress like a Conjurator. Okay, nothing new on the rest of the robes. There we go. Yeah. Lobster used to be like peasant food. Back in ye old days. Lobster's just kind of difficult to eat. The only good part about eating lobster is, like, eating it alongside clarified butter. You're not missing too much, Penelope. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Haha, get it? Because you have to crack shells. What was I looking for again? Right, key items. Alright. Pyromancy Tome from the Great Swamp containing advanced pyromancies. Give to the old master pyromancer to learn advanced pyromancies of the Great Swamp. Spells of the Great Swamp are passed down from master to pupil. Without a master, there is no pupil, but without a pupil, there is also no master. So that's a fun little thing. I can now do better spells. Alright. This guy's a problem. Oh, I don't remember there being two of him. Yeah. Seafood's definitely not high on my list of things that I like. I was just gonna try and run all the way back to... Okay, well. That's what I get, I suppose. Yeah, those guys with the big sticks are also a bit of a problem. Yeah.
Because God has cursed me for my hubris, and my work is never finished.
Alright, where'd my bloodstain go? It's gotta be, like, over there somewhere. Oh, also. Yeah, I will eat seafood. Like, it's not something that I will avoid. Okay, you can't even equip the duplicate ring you get. What's the point? I'll eat seafood, but it's definitely never my, like, first choice when it comes to preparing or eating food. Oh, what is this? Item that I missed? Green Blossom. I remember... Wait a second. I think the Green Blossom shield is here. Souls behind. The souls drop at a distance from where you died, though. Ah, they're there. Found them. Oh, please don't kill me. I'm just a humble conjurator. Okay, well. Hope I can sit. Please don't stop me from sitting down, dog. Ugh, you are the worst. Take the full brunt of that pyromantic fury. Alright. Yes. Oh, there's also a thing over here. Whoop. You know, I expected slightly more splash damage out of that, I'm gonna be honest. Also, again, I really did not expect them to be so weak to fire damage. Alright, there's actually... if I were embered right now, there's an NPC that you can summon over there. I remember that. It's very specifically an NPC from the Moundmaker Covenant. Which are purple summon signs. Which, again, very much my aesthetic. I have the Moundmaker Covenant symbol. I guess the unfortunate thing is that the purple enemies in this game are actually just straight up crazy. Not quite the decorum that I tend to prefer presenting myself with. Okay, well, the fire stopped the fire. I'd rather not be stuck in that corner there. Oh! Jumping over my fireball. Oh, and now I'm dead. Okay, well. I'll be able to make it back to him pretty easily. It's fine. Those guys. What a nuisance. Oh. Take two. Oh, I'm drinking a lot today. Alright. Had to do that one-handed. Very lucky he missed me. And I also need to, in future, remember to refuel my Estus. Or not Estus, Ashen. Ash Flask? FP. They're called FP. It's a dumb name and I don't like saying it. The blue points. But it makes sense that they're not just called, like, mana or anything like that. Oh, and I will stretch in a second. Yeah. It stands for focus points. Fire points is close. You got points correct. Yes, FP. And again, like I said, it makes sense that they're not mana or anything else. Because, like, doing something like this costs focus points. So it's not, like, entirely magic. It is... oh, okay. It's magic and a little bit of, like, special, like, weird powers that you channel through your weapons. Wow, that's the second time you've jumped over my fireballs. Fortunately, you're weak to fire, I think. Oh, that was the wrong type of flask. And now I'm dead. Yeah, they're like sort of crucified looking. They have good character design. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to fight these guys. They are strong. I don't know how else to put that. Yeah, I was, what was it? I was playing a caster in Dark Souls 1 to prepare for this stream. Or for these streams, just to see how, like, casting worked. Magic is so much stronger in Dark Souls 1. It feels practically impotent in these games. Also, there is another one of those guys on the left side of the fire. So this isn't even the only enemy that I'm fighting. I'm actually going to go this direction, because it's a bit easier to back away here. Wow! It looked like he actually ducked his head out of the way of that fireball. Oh. Yeah, I was pretty close to death there. Yeah, they're pretty good at dodging my spells. That was, bordering on ridiculous. Okay, there's a number. I'm just not gonna fight that one. I don't think there's anything that he has that I really want. So, I am a-okay with just avoiding him. Alright, and now we can actually go into the proper area. Oh, you didn't die to one. Ow! Boy, this talisman has really been wrecking my day. It's the second time it's gotten me hit. Ow. Yeah, so that's the magic dart spell that I was looking at earlier. What is making that much noise? Alright. Wizard duel time. 1, 2, 3. And I pop mine. Oh. I remember you guys actually getting up to attack me if I tried to walk near. I think the screaming guy has to scream for that to happen. But I'm not going to take my risks. Oh, there we go. I've gotten a staff. Alright. You know what? Let's put the talisman in the offhand and the staff in the main hand. Oh, and I'm short on intelligence for that, too. Okay, well. I just need +1. It's fine. Again, I really remember these guys being a lot more aggressive just whenever I walked close to them. So there's actually a pretty fun thing you can do in this game. Here, let me just use the non-vital young white branch. So you can actually, like, play hide and seek in this game. And there's actually a spell that you can get that also does this. But that's not until a fair bit later into the game. This doesn't affect enemy AI at all, as far as I'm aware. And I guess it makes you walk slower. Yeah. Ow. Yep, see? I was just having fun, and I got attacked by this very rude hollow. I am so near death. Well, there's, what is it? TTT is, I believe, the Gary's mod, Trouble in Terrorist Town. Alright, and here we go. Oh! Oh! I just sort of lightly pressed down on the heavy attack button as I was walking up to this guy. Almost ruined my whole career.
Well, this is unexpected. I don't often have visitors. What do you want? This is my study that you've happened upon. If you haven't any business, I've reading to get back to.
That's to learn sorceries. I want to learn how to use the good magic.
Indeed, I am a sorcerer, with plenty to share. However,
I don't remember his name.
Champion
He's a nice guy.
Without recompense. Clearly, you're not that sort of man. So you will make me a promise that in exchange for my teaching, you will bring me knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does have a good voice actor.
Detailing sorcery's secrets. Well, can you assure me of this?
Yeah, I'll probably find some of those.
Very well. You're no fool. I take it you understand the weight of a promise. I am Orbeck, of Vinheim, unkindled one. I shall teach you sorceries. We will learn together. It shall be like our very own school.
The line of dialogue is fun. It'll be like our very own school. Right. I don't know why he doesn't bring, like, his hundreds of scrolls along with him. Just sort of leaves them here. And he does have some slight Severus Snape vibes, I suppose. Oop. Yeah, there's also probably a way that you could, prop hunt. I think prop hunt was the name that you were looking for. Alright, moving on. No, thank you, sir. I don't need to buy a magazine subscription. Please leave me alone. I'm just going to run through this area and pick up any loose items that I happen to see. Because I know there's definitely, like, a really good shield in here that I missed. I think. Oh, hey, the Fallen Knight set. I'm gonna read the description of the Fallen Knight set once I, have a chance to, because it's actually oddly humorous. You know what, I think I might have actually picked it up already, and I just didn't notice. Because I'm not seeing any more items down here. Okay, well. Back up I go. Oh, I'm probably gonna die here, huh? Okay. Wow. Just anti-jinxed myself. Oh, and I didn't even get stopped by sitting. Okay. Alright, let me just check. Oh, I did get... Okay. I was looking for the Grass Crest shield. It is, this is from the first game. It just increases your stamina recovery speed. I might not actually want to use it. Grass Crest shield is best for people who are just looking to two-hand their weapons and have a shield on their back. Because it's not actually good at blocking anything. Yes, what was I... Right, the Fallen Knight set. I'm not going to be wearing it. I'm not an armored character. Helm of an order of fallen knights who disbanded and fled but met untimely deaths. The drab, tattered hood conceals tough black metal, which provides defendable protection against fire. It is just possible to make out the majestic gold engravings on its surface. Alright, you enjoy your dinner then, Aaron. So, that's the helmet. It makes it seem like such a very cool set. And it looks nice. Until you reach the Deserter's Trousers. Common soldier's trousers. This musty, rusted hunk of metal befits... Oh no, this isn't it. Where is it? Our answer. Fallen Knights, there it is. Trousers of an order of a fallen knight. Held beneath leather boots and drab cloth using a knot of rope and bandage. They're dampened and indelibly stained with the misery of flight. So you can draw your own conclusions from what that says. But it sounds like whoever that fallen knight that we just picked up stuff from soiled themselves as they were running away. So, don't wear the pants for that set, is my advice. Hello, Firekeeper.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take nourishment.
Just give me one more intelligence, and I think I'm just gonna focus on bumping my attunement until I need to get spells. Whee! Alright, so, We've got the pyromancy teacher here and the sorcery teacher here. And he just sort of sat down again for some reason. I have no idea what that was.
Again, I'm Orbecker Vinheim, here to teach you sorceries. Let us begin with the basics. The ideal sorcerer bears the twin faces of the dragon. Oh, you could at least act as if you're paying attention.
So he actually has a lot of sorceries, more than I remember. This is a lot for just like a starting sorcery teacher with no books to his name. He's good at his job.
I don't mean to seem overbearing, but have you forgotten?
No, don't worry.
In exchange for my sorcery,
I just haven't found any
knowledge
books.
in the form of scrolls detailing the secrets of sorcery. I hope you're not one to break a promise. Come again.
Well. Orbeck's a nice lad. Teaches me how to do things.
Ah, well met. 'Tis good to see
Hello.
thee in good health. What needs smithing this day?
Alright. Reinforce, please. Alright. What to do for allotment? I think, yeah, that's fine for now.
Be careful.
The next point will be going to Ashen, though, or the next flask. Hello.
Ah, there you are. I was thinking. You know I'm a petty thief.
Mm-hmm.
Well, perhaps I'll go on the prowl. Everyone's dead or hollowed away anyway, right? So I might as well fetch some weapons or treasure for you. Well, what do you say?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
You will not be disappointed.
he'll do this, what?
Grey Rat the Thief.
I think a total of
was once
3
a
times.
well-known name. Until I ended up rotting in a cell.
And the first one is risk-free. He will always return from this. The second time he has to go out. You have to do something to ensure that he comes back safely. And then I believe you are never supposed to send him out on his third thieving run, because he will always die.
Goodbye. I will leave for some time. So long for now.
Mm-hmm.
Do stay safe, you hear? Or my efforts will have been for naught.
Yeah, Granat's a good kid. He's not a kid. Hey, y'all. I'm still not gonna take your deal, I think. Because I just don't want my character to look like a raisin, mainly. Alright. You can actually get Grey Rat's hat. It's the same hat that a bunch of the, thieves in, what is it, the Undead Burg are wearing. So if you kill enough of those undead thieves in the Burg, then you can get the same hat that he has. Oh yes, I got a pyromancy tome. New pyromancies.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I am pleased to have a pupil as dedicated as you.
No problem. Right. Yeah, I found a new book for you.
Here we are. It's been long indeed. With this, I can teach you more sophisticated pyromancies. Splendid. I can boast I am your tutor a little longer.
I actually really like this system. You don't find, like, new teachers to get better spells. You just find things that the teacher can give you better spells with. It's a system I like a fair bit. Alright, I think Fire Orb might be a good investment. Bursting Fireball, I'm not familiar with that one, really. Alright, Fire Surge, we already learned that was absolutely useless. Great Combustion's probably okay. Poison Mist, Flash Sweat, and Profuse Sweat. Alright. let me read what this does. Pyromancy of old, restored by Cornix. The great spells more advanced spells. Turns an exploding fireball. Well,
Do not be gone. What is it?
I'm just going to pop. Let's just say all of my consumable souls. And see what we can buy. As I'm so bad at remembering to actually use these things, I might as well just get them all out of my inventory now. Not gonna use Vort's soul, obviously. I might want to try and get a level of attunement. Try and get another empty spell slot. Alright, there we go.
Ah, the iron.
Okay. Oh, I actually need intelligence to use that one. Okay. I'll just go with the fire orb then.
Do not be gone. What is it?
Alright, then let's boost our attunement.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take
This is actually going to be a bit difficult. Alright. Because I have to increase... So normally you would be boosting Vigor, Endurance, Vitality, and either Strength or Dexterity. But I guess I'm just going for Intelligence, Faith, and Attunement. My Vigor is going to stay exactly where it is. And I guess I'm not going to be improving Endurance at all. Definitely not Vitality. My equip load is going to stay rock bottom. This is going to be a very weird playthrough. Alright, T-Ranger. It was good to have you. I'm glad you stopped by. Really, still not enough. Alright. What do I need? I can sell 1,000 souls worth of items, then?
Farewell, Ashen One.
I'll see if I have enough to do that. Alright, I just need 1,000 souls. Okay, I can definitely get rid of repair powder. As I said, that is functionally useless. I never use bug pellets. They're just difficult to remember that they exist. I'm probably not going to run into too many situations where I actually need to use pine resin. So I can probably get rid of those. And if I was counting correctly, I think that was 1,000 souls.
Speak. Very well, then take Nari.
Okay, thank goodness. If I had done all that and I didn't get a new attunement slot, I would have been unhappy. Probably the best way. Best phrase for that. So I've got Fireball and bigger Fireball now. Let's see. So that's a Fireball. Alright, it doesn't take any longer to cast. It takes slightly more mana. I don't know how much more damage it does. I suppose we'll see that in a second. Alright. You know what? I actually meant to go somewhere else, but, I suppose I can just go through this area. Oh, you know what? I'm actually very close to the main hand weapon that I wanted to use for the rest of the game. So probably a good idea to grab that. Although now that I'm thinking, I think the boss that I'm about to go fight actually has, like, a weapon that I might want to transpose. Alright. And I'm just going to be running through. Whoop. Oh, hey. My mana is now more than my stamina. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever actually seen that. Again, I've not played a mage character before, so that's part of the reason why, but it's just a bit odd. Oh, you did a lot of damage just hitting me with that stick, huh? Alright. Now then. I feel like this enemy probably doesn't have too many resistances to fire. This is a caster v caster fight. Ow. Where'd she go? Oh, there we go. Found you. Ooh, okay. Okay. This is pretty difficult. Oh, okay, well. I've never fought this boss as a caster before. Again, I've never played this game as a caster before. Making it pretty difficult, fighting her on, like, even footing, I suppose. Because our tyings are exactly the same. There she is. Because I throw my spells at around the same speed she throws hers. Alright, phase 2. This is where the axe comes out. This is where she learns Shadow Clone Jutsu. And also how to hit you with her stick, apparently. Fortunately, these guys only take one hit to die. Alright. Now we have the main body to deal with. Again, not... Like I said, it's not a difficult boss. But it's a boss that I feel like I would probably die against at least once. The tricky thing is just... letting her clones stay alive for too long. Because they just ramp up if you just leave them alone. I've got, what, like 2 more runs at this? Also, these crystals that appear on the ground don't do anything. You can just run through them. I've actually been very lucky going after the clones. As you can obviously tell which one's, the wrong one because of the color of magic that they use. Okay, well. But if you're starting your attack before they use any magic, it is... I mean, it's literally impossible to tell. Okay. I'm really close to being done. Just one attack rush at her should seal the deal. That worked out. Alright. Ember of Storm. Let's actually take a look at the soul. One of the twisted souls steeped in strength. The twin crystal sages once served as spiritual guides to the scholars at the Grand Archives, and one went on to ally with the Undead Legion. So she is part of a set of two. And we won't see the second one until much later on into the game. So, for now, there's effectively just one. We've also got this short little jog up to the next bonfire. I'm mildly confused as to how I got that Twinkling Titanite. I assume one of those bugs just ran off a cliff, and I didn't notice. I actually don't remember if there's anything worth getting here. I don't think so. I think it's just those two Titanite lizards. One of them's from down here. There's two of those big guys with the cages on their backs. And there's one... What's her name? Not Pardoner. What are they called? Evangelist, that's it. Alright, so I think I just want to make a run for that bridge. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think there's a bonfire on the other side. We'll see. Oh, you have pretty good vision there, Cageman. There's an item behind that evangelist. Okay, maybe I'll go back for that. Yes, there's a bonfire. Okay. You know what? It might actually just be best to go back now. I didn't use any flasks. Hey. Ow, ow, ow. That's like fire, huh? That does a fair chunk of damage. There's so many enemies. Man, running away from that in a straight line is not efficient at all. What? I don't... you just teleported, huh? What is happening? Oh, and now he's got the jitters. What? That man, did not like existing on this plane, apparently. He almost jittered himself out of existence. Oh, I didn't need to use an orb for that last cast. It's fine. And the Herald that's set. Okay, well. Not really worth it. Herald set's only the starting gear for the Cleric, so... I did all that work just for a set of starting gear. Yeah, not really worth it in the long run. Oh, hey! You look pretty strong. I mean, you're taking a lot of damage from fireballs without dying. Yeah. I feel like I just bullied that guy. Sorry. But if I'm remembering correctly, you are guiding a... Oh, ashes. Okay. I thought it was a tome. My mistake. I don't remember what the Paladin's ashes give you. I think it's probably something good. Alright, moving on. Just gonna hook this right-hand turn real quick. Before I actually encounter that enemy up top. Oh, I guess that's just another alternate path. I remember there's a way up there, though. How do I get up there? Oh, by dropping down here. Got it. Whoops. Okay. If I'm remembering correctly, I think there's... Oh, there's just an item here. Oh, it's the Crest shield. I remember there being like a caster or something up here that like interfered with your fight with that guy. Oh, you're really trying with those throwing knives. Sorry. I had the high ground. Okay. My vocabulary is very limited when I'm dealing with unexpected scenarios. Ah, ooh! Ow! Oh, this is bad. Oh, oh.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, a little bit. So, really interesting thing about dog... Okay, well... So dogs in Dark Souls 3 have an interesting mechanic where they can teleport if you aren't looking at them. And apparently sometimes if you are looking at them. Yeah, he sets himself on fire and then launches himself at you. Whoops. 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 Okay. I almost died so many times there. And for nothing. Oh, okay. So this guy here was added with the DLC. His name is Gale. I'm not going to talk to him, because I don't want to go into the DLC yet. We'll come back here at the very tail end of the game and talk to him. Alright. Yes, the Painted World. Yeah, let's just get him angry so that we can see what actually happens. Pretty spooky, huh? Oh, hey, where'd you come from? I believe they can actually hit each other with that self-immolation attack. So that's funny. Hey. Now, I don't remember if this happens already. No, okay. Sometimes when you walk up to that, or in the future when I walk up to that well, something different will happen. Okay. But I'm actually just going to... Ooh. Alright. I think these guys are just eternally respawning. Alright. So I want to take this turn here. Alright, and I think the weapon that I'm looking for is right here. Astora Greatsword. That's not it. Looking for the Executioner's Greatsword. Is that further along? I remember that being the Executioner's Greatsword. Uh-oh. It's in here somewhere. I'm almost certain of it. Is that it down there? Well. These enemies will become hostile. Yeah, there it is. Executioner. Sorry, guys. Just gotta run past you all. Okay. I misremembered which one was the Astora Greatsword and which one was the Executioner, apparently. And also, I think I actually just want to go home now. I did not remember that I had just killed a boss, and therefore had infinity souls on me. Or more souls than I wanted to die with, at the very least. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to use the Executioner's Greatsword. Oh, it's pretty costly, actually, with its requirements. Alright. But the reason I wanted this was, it is a sword that lets you absorb FP from each foe you defeat. And I also got the Astora Greatsword. Yeah. Okay, so what do I need for the Executioners? 19 and 13. I'm currently at 12 and 9. Alright. That's unfortunate. Alright, maybe eventually I'll be able to wield that, but not right now. Okay. Well, in that case, if that is just prohibitive in its cost of upgrading, I'm going to go to Cliff Underside? Or Dilapidated Bridge. They're both not very convenient ways to run to the boss. I think the Underside's probably the best one. But I'm gonna go fight a boss now. Oh, I forgot to spend my souls. Alright, I am actually... Yeah, I'm gonna go teleport back to the shrine to spend those. I will unfortunately have to sit through another loading screen, but it's fine. I'm not about to lose 13,000 souls. Also, I did, while I was cooking earlier, making the flan, I burned the tip of my left index finger, because I am an idiot, and I decided to try and test how the caramel was turning out. And I just did not consider the consequences. Yeah, it's fine. I put aloe on it, and it's not blistering up, but it is... like callousing a little bit.
Very well. Then touch the take no.
Yes, I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. Alright. Right. Do I bother with getting the strength and dexterity to use the Executioner Sword? I don't think I do. I could just leave it be. In which case... I think intelligence is the stat that I want to increase first. Just to get it up there a little bit. Alright, and let's see if I can spend my remaining souls on any spells.
Back again, I suppose.
I'm curious about the Flash Sword. I don't think it's any good, though. Alright, let's just take a Great Soul Arrow, then.
Come again.
And now I'll have a use for my Catalyst. I should actually, like, read the description of this Catalyst. The Heretic Staff. Okay. Just has basic information on it. I didn't know why it was the Heretics Catalyst. It seems kind of arbitrary. There doesn't seem to be anything too heretical about it. Especially since it just sort of seems like a default staff. Oh hey, there's the Fallen Knight's trousers. Took a look at those. I didn't think I'd take damage from that. Unfortunate. And I was worried that I would take damage from it. But I didn't think I actually would. Oh, never mind. This has been a incredibly painless journey into the next zone. Oh, and I didn't actually equip any sorceries. Alright, you know what? Since I don't have any sorceries equipped, I'm just going to take off the Heretic Staff, because all it'd really do is inconvenience me to have it on. Alright. And this is a boss chamber. Hey there, big guy. It's the Curse-Rotted Greatwood. And the Curse-Rotted stop it. The Curse-Rotted Greatwood also has the same attribute as the crabs, and that it can hit its allies. Wow, this axe is not good. Against this enemy, at the very least. Alright, I wonder how it deals with pyromancers. You like fire, tree? No, it doesn't. Duly noted. Oh, you just had to get one last hit on me. So yeah, the only places you can actually hit this boss are the fleshy exposed pustules or that hand. I'd be able to deal with it a little bit easier if you could actually lock onto the pustules. And instead you just get to lock onto the central part of its body. Which is not helpful. Like, it's fine for when I'm trying to deal with that center bit of pus. Not like this. Oh. And I might just want to use the default fireball. It costs less, but it's much less, or it deals less damage, but it's a lot less egregious if I miss. Wow, that just flew off into nowhere. This boss is misery fighting as a caster. Oh, this is a rare attack. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, and I'm out of mana. Oh, okay. Yeah, and it stands up. That's pretty cool, right? Oh, hey, Sebastian. Oh, and now it's dead. Okay. Here, let me clean off that little spot you've actually started sitting in recently. Ow! Oh, it's not dead! Sebastian, you're the worst.
Because God has cursed me for my hubris, and my work is never finished.
Alright, come on, Sebastian. Come on. Off to the side here. That's my microphone arm. Yes. Right, come on. You've been sitting there. Alright, do you actually want to sit on my lap then, Sebastian? No? You just come here to annoy me for that one fight? Hmm? Sebastian, do something. Stop just wandering around my desk. Pick a place and sit there. No, that's the worst place you could have chosen. That's directly in front of my monitor. Here, let me help you out. Come on. Huh. How about that? You like that seat? Sitting right next to me. At least sit in my lap. Oh, my goodness. Oh, here. What if I force you to sit in my lap? Will you stay? No? Okay, now he's just wandering off. Bye, Sebastian. Thank you for your guest appearance and getting me killed. Oh, I almost just walked straight off the edge of the building there. Right, so this is actually the way that you have to get down if you don't want to hurt yourself by breaking your ankles a little bit. Oh, wow. I wonder why. It's not even close to his dinner time. What were you up to, Sebastian? Just being irritating for the sake of it? Alright, well, I know it's you, tree. Wake up. I really don't want to get hurt by any of these village folk. Let's trigger that. I think if I run far enough away, he has an attack where he charges at you. The tree, I mean. Come on. Get aggressive. Right. I was just kind of hoping he would charge through all of the hollows, but I guess not. Yeah. Well, I hit him. Okay, well, he took care of a good few hollows with that one. Okay. Now that he's done that, he'll do the big slam, which will bring us all down to the next stage of the fight. Just pop the ankle quickly. Get that out of the way. Come on. Let me pop those back. Oh, wait. There's some on that wrist there. Alright. Well, we'll go for the stomach again. I'm fairly certain I didn't have any souls worth getting. Just aim slightly higher, chosen undead. Or not. What am I? Unkindled ash in this one? Yeah, 13k is a decently reasonable amount of souls. early. Alright. I was really hoping that attack would pop it. That's a grab attack. Now are you dead? Alright, well. That was far more difficult than it needed to be. But the big thing we got out of that was the transposing kiln. So, back to Firelink. Now you can go talk to Corland, who was the very helpful Lord of Cinder who actually came back to the thrones. And he can do stuff for us. And I believe, if I am not 100% mistaken, he can actually make me a pretty good item out of the Crystal Sage's soul.
Fret not, for I...
Right, here's a transposing kiln.
Oh, belike it is a transposing kiln in thy possession. Seen better days, but methinks it shall suffice. Now, bring to me a twisted soul. Transposition is the art of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul. In transposing a twisted soul, its true power transferreth to thee. Thy purpose is to seek lords and slay them.
Yeah, he's pretty small.
To fear.
And he is actually also small. Like, look at his body compared to mine. Here, let me talk to him and see if he has his really cool line, though.
Knowest thou of our 5 the fast a reenact? So it is. I may be but small, but I will die a Colossus.
There we go. That's one of my favorite lines of dialogue. I may be but small, but I will die a Colossus. Right. But what I actually wanted out of him was Crystal Sage's rapier, which I believe... Thrusting sword with tiny crystals scattered across its blade used by the Crystal Sages for self-defense. Crystals boost the magic damage inflicted by the sword, and the item discovery of its wielder... Ah, no. Okay, I thought this was a weapon that could be used as a catalyst, but it looks like I'm mistaken. It's probably still better than the weapon that we are currently using. Oh, it requires 18 dexterity, though. I don't have that. Well, I guess I'll turn it into Crystal Hail. Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to wield that rapier. Hail it is.
Now, do not be away overlong.
I know there are some weapons that can be used as catalysts, which would be very helpful. I'd like to have all catalysts in the right hand slot, and having a weapon that can function as a catalyst would be a very big boon to that. Since I'm being a tri-caster, I need 3 different types of catalysts. That's unfortunately difficult. Okay. And then I can... Oh. I need more attunement slots. Okay. Crystal Hail can go in. Straight off the bat.
Welcome home, speak. Very well.
And just pour what I've got into attunement.
Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
I think there are rings that'll give me free attunement slots. Oh, I've just had 1 ring slot empty. Morn's Ring? Boosts miracles. I don't actually have any miracles that I can use yet. Oh, Chloranthy Ring, for sure. Chloranthy Ring just boosts stamina regeneration speed. I forgot I've had the Fire Clutch Ring on, too. Alright. Alright, so that's been dealt with. Cleansing Chapel, Cathedral of the Deep. I guess I can just go further into the chapel. Actually, you know what? I think it'd be more interesting for the general progression of the story if I was just to go out from the Crucifixion Woods and take the other path first, and then go back to the cathedral. That's what I will do. Alright, I've got 1 pyromancy, 1 miracle, and 1 spell. Oh, and I do actually need to have the catalyst on now. Alright. Well, I'm about to go into a combat zone, so we can test out my new sorcery. Against some very dangerous enemies. Or I could just do the thing that people always do when fighting these two, which is get their attention. Hey guys, I know you're big and strong and angry, and very, very deadly. But one of the other things that you aren't is intelligent. And I've got good intelligence, which means that if I do this, then you guys are typically dumb enough that you will just run off the edge. Yep. What about the other guy? Hey, Club. Where'd you go, Club friend? Ow! Yeah. And this is how everyone just deals with these guys. Right. And there they go. They're pretty tough to beat, like, in a fair fight. But, fortunately, you don't have to fight them fairly, because they are dumb as bricks. Alright, and now we move into everyone's favorite From Software tradition, Swamp level. Nobody likes From Software swamp levels. That was a lie. I lied for comedic effect. And also the reason I'm not using sorceries is that enemies that are squishy like this and live in swamps typically have no resistance to fire. I probably knew that these guys already had basically no resistance to fire. But you can sort of logically reason it out, too. It's not impossible. Yeah, this place is a poisoned cesspit. Actually, okay, no. I couldn't get here fast enough to not be poisoned. And prism stones. I suppose it's actually pretty fitting that they give you prism stones here. Because this area is massive, and it's very easy to get lost. Alright, and also, now we're in the portion of the swamp that makes you walk slowly. Everyone's favorite. It even makes you roll slowly. What a treat. What an absolute joy. Thank you, From Software. Very excited to see Elden Ring's Poison Swamp level, and have it be so much worse. I bet in Elden Ring's Poison Swamp level you won't even be able to roll. Oh, it'll have a swamp. That's basically a foregone conclusion. Also, there's the Greatsword, one of my favorite weapons in all of Dark Souls, that I will not be able to use, because it requires infinity bazillion strength. Oh, I forgot the horrifying weird things. Yeah, it's basically a From Software tradition to put poison swamps in their levels. I think in a press release, they even, like, sort of pseudo-described a poison swamp. So. And honestly, if there is no poison swamp, I'll almost be disappointed. Also, I think I've been doing this zone a bit out of order. It's just part of their aesthetic, really. A From Software game without a poison swamp is analogous to something that requires something but doesn't have it. Sekiro... Does Sekiro have a poison swamp? I don't remember. I don't remember much of Sekiro, actually. It's been a while since I played that. I can't actually think too good right now. I'm dealing with enemies. There's definitely poison in Sekiro. I'm drawing a blank, though. It does? Okay. I'm just trying to remember what it looks like. And I am drawing an absolute blank on it. Right, but the goal of the swamp is to extinguish these 3 flames, and then this big door will open. I don't remember this cutscene being so dramatic. Especially that final pan up. Seems a bit extra from Software. Right, I already came from there. I remember the poison swamp now. It's at the bottom of a valley, if I'm remembering correctly. Because of that little bit that I skipped. I've already cleared out the troublesome enemy there. Contraption ahead. I think there's also a... yeah, one of these guys. Oh! That was unfortunate. Mildly dangerous. Right, I hear footsteps, but I think I'm still in the safe to put this out. Alright, we've basically seen that exact same cutscene. I want to watch it again. I've got better things to do with my time. Ah, yep. Yep. Anything good back here? No? Nothing? Okay. No, I'm gonna try Crystal Hail on these enemies. They're standing right in front of a good bonfire. Oh, it's worthless. I see. Guess I'll just stick to Fire Orb then. I don't know if it was apparent, but that did 7 damage total. Alright, let's just try that one more time. Oh, it's... Oh yeah, that's, actually worthless. Cool. My favorite. Maybe against, like, really big enemies, it'd be good. But, I think... for me, that's pointless. I have spells that already do way more. In, like, every conceivable way. Alright. And there's that big door that we're trying to unlock. It's missing 1 flame still. And I always have trouble actually finding it. But there is a fair deal more here. Yeah. Ow. Okay. The weapon art for this is actually pretty useful against them. Alright. This is right over here, huh? Alright, it's got a ladder to climb. This is a very long ladder. And at the top of it is another bonfire. Yay! Alright. There's a lot of stuff at the top of the ladder, actually. There's a bonfire, and there's also this big old wolf. That apparently used to be something that was in the upcoming boss fight, but now it's just a covenant. And you can hit it, and it bleeds. But nothing happens. It's just like a weird wolf. Corpse, maybe? It doesn't even get angry at you when you hit it. Alright. There we go. Again, whenever you're going after crystal lizards, do not make them run in a straight line. Always try and get to the side. And also that crystal lizard is there to distract you from this. Dream Chaser's Ashes. I believe this is the... I mentioned earlier how there was only 1 piece of ash that had unique dialogue, and I'm pretty sure that's the one. Also, there's a couple of pretty useful things up this elevator where I'm going. Mainly an enemy that I'm about to fight. Alright, I haven't quite given up on you yet, Crystal Hail. Maybe you'll be useful fighting this guy. He's real big. Most of your projectiles should probably hit him. Let's try. Oh! That did a whole 60 damage! Impressive. Alright, let's try it at a closer range. Alright, so that's 60 damage versus my Fire Orb. Oh, it does 117. And I think it costs less FP. And it's more guaranteed to do a lot of damage. Ow. Why do so many spells do nothing? Well, guess I'm gonna be replacing Crystal Hail with Great Soul Arrow. Yeah, that is twice that I've just barely dodged that attack. Ow. And twice that I've gotten hit by that attack. Actually, what? Oh, okay. Well, that's a bit shorter range than I remembered. I am... Okay, it only does 44 damage, that one. And this guy is basically the starting boss from Dark Souls 1, the Stray Demon. It's got a actually fairly different move set, but it's the same like physical body structure, except this one's like basically stone. It's like all weathered and sort of half destroyed. There we go. And it actually has a very interesting mechanic that you didn't see there when I was fighting it, which is if you hit its legs enough, they break off, and it just crawls around on its belly. But I'm a caster, so that didn't end up happening. And there's also this pretty difficult to notice secret area. I certainly missed it my first time playing. And if I am not much mistaken, I think it has a very strong miracle. Or at least strong for starting gear. And again, a technique for crystal lizards, run to the side of them. Oh, okay, well. Because if you run straight at them, they run in a straight line. It's a lot harder to get them to run into walls that way. And also, it would have triggered this crystal lizard. Now, it's very difficult to hit two crystal lizards at once. Also, there's just a big old dragon here. See, the dragon doesn't even bleed, but that wolf back there bled. Dragon Crest Shield. Ah, there it is. And I believe... Lightning Spear, there we go. So that is one of the sort of starting offensive miracles. Because a lot of the time you just cannot buy aggressive miracles from shopkeepers. Oh. Please stop screaming. And let me kill that lizard. So you'll notice I made the mistake that I was saying not to with that lizard. Which I ran straight towards it instead of to the side. Okay. Well, that's just a bunch of angry hollows. I don't get anything from that. Oh, stretch and highway. Ah! That one shocked me a little bit. Hydrated. Okay. And now that I've done all that, this area is basically pointless to me now. There is one thing that happens here near the very end of the game. So if you don't, like, think to come back there for basically no reason, you won't find it. It's real bizarre. I don't know why they did it, honestly. And there's only really one hint you have that it happens. So here, let's actually head back to Firelink Shrine. I think I have enough souls for one more level, now that I killed that stray demon. But you can turn the Stray Demon's soul into, I think, 2 items. One is a pyromancy and one is a ring. I'm probably going to be getting the pyromancy, since the ring is not really relevant for my playstyle.
Very well, then take note.
Oh, I didn't even check how many souls that gave me. Yeah. Oh, still not enough.
Farewell, Ash of May the...
That is rough. Okay. But if I come back up here... Hello. Alright. So yes, I can transform it into Boulder Heave. Art of a Stray Demon, so that was when it was vomiting boulders at me. Or Havel's Ring. Which, as you can tell by the name, was once owned by a knight named Havel. And what happens up on top of that bridge... Oh wait, I did actually want... I don't think I actually want Boulder Storm yet. I will want it eventually, because I don't need Havel's Ring. Havel's Ring only increases equip load, and I'm going to be a very lightly equipped character, so that's kind of irrelevant to me. Let's get Crystal Hail off and never put it back on. And put on the Great Soul Arrow. You know what, I might actually want Lightning Bolt. Oh, that takes 20 whole faith, wow. Alright. I guess I'll be investing into faith then. Yeah, because if I do it that way, I will have a full set of the 3 different magical damage types, which is pure magic damage, fire damage, and lightning damage. And if I just cycle through those, I can see if anything has specific weaknesses that I should be trying to take advantage of. Because I'm not going to know elemental weaknesses off the top of my head. Alright. Now I think this game... It does let you jump off of ladders. Right. Oh. I forgot how much of a hassle Swordgrass is. Oh, Sunlight Talisman. Is that actually better than the talisman that I have now? Not really, I don't think. The Knight of Sunlight's personal talisman. So this is an item straight out of Dark Souls 1. This is the Talisman of Solaire of Astora. Yeah. But it is just strictly worse than the one that I already have. Alright. I've never been too terribly good at fighting these big guys. But I have a feeling that being a spellcaster might make it a little bit easier. Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. You don't like fire attacks at all, do you? Oh, come on. There we go. I don't want to spend the FP hitting it another time. But that was risky. Alright. There's also a pathway along the edge somewhere that I don't remember how to get to. There's a slope over there that'll take me to the exit. I know that much. Oh, you know what? So there's a trick that you can use to get through these swamps slightly faster, but it burns all of your FP. Yeah, let's see. Okay. I think I can still do it if I do this. Yeah. So you use the quick step button. And it lets you just dash through the heavy waters. But it consumes FP to do this. For some reason. Oh, it's Yellowfinger. Okay, well, I found where I was trying to find. Oh, you're over here. Hey, Yellowfinger. I don't have any of my equipment. Let me put my axe back on, please. Alright, you know what? Yellowfinger's staff might actually be... Oh, God. Oh, no. I am just going to keep running. There's the fire I have to put out. Ow. Ow. This is a nightmare. Alright. Is Yellowfinger still after me? That was the worst. Oh, hey, there you are. Oh, hey, it's the big guy. And now I'm dead. Man, he had very silent footsteps. That was unfortunate. Alright, I suppose I'll try that again. Yellowfinger also won't invade me this time, because, Yellowfinger only invades you if you have the ember applied to yourself. There we go, got them all with one good dropping attack. And the perfect time to drink some sunlight brew. Alright. Now let's try and kill you early. There we go. That was a lot easier than the first time I tried to kill him. So I just sort of ran into a big circle. Not. Ow! You know, I didn't actually think where the second one came from. But obviously he would be there coming through the second time. Oh, just hit him once. Just one good punch. Oh. I was just trying to punch him with the fist, but his hitbox was so large, and the fist's range is so short, that the fist couldn't actually reach him. And that's irritating. Because he's just one health off of dying. Okay. And now all of the lights have been both put out and lit simultaneously. Which opens the door to the next zone, which I shan't be going through just yet. There's a couple things still in the swamp that I need to pick up. Yeah, they are, I don't know how they walk so quietly. And there's this guy, which was annoyingly dangerous. You know what? Maybe I should try out the soul arrow, just for fun. See how much damage it does. Oh, especially against basilisks. I don't think they have too much fire, like, weakness. But I don't know how they fare against magic, which is typically a little bit faster to cast. There is a secret somewhere around here, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I wanted to use the other flask. Yeah. And sorcery flies in a straight line, so it's a lot more predictable. Moves faster, too. Okay, that's a lot of gas. Alright, I would like to just test to see how you guys do against Fire Orb. They're a bit weaker to it. Okay. How much damage is each one? No. Alright, so that one costs 10, that one costs 14. So I think... Alright. It might be dumb to try it, but I think it's actually best to do Fire Orb, then left, up, Great Soul Arrow. That's the most mana-efficient way to kill them. It takes forever, and is probably not advised in situations where there are multiple. Oh. Hey. Just makes me feel like a smart caster, diversifying my spell list like that. It's not a fast or efficient way to kill anything. Where is... There's like a little tunnel somewhere, I remember. Oh, Iron Flesh. That's a pyromancy. Oh, wait a second. There's actually a bug here. I wonder if it still works. So back in the early days of the game, this wall here, I think? Alright, they might have fixed it. But you could just, like, clip through the wall if you just walked into it. It was very bizarre. And you could just walk around the entire outside of the swamp. It didn't do anything for you. There was no, like, secret there. And you could only get back in the same way that you... Or you could only get back out the same way you went in. So... this is kind of a thing that you could do. Oh, the swamp's the worst. Can't even, like, run in it to move quickly. This game doesn't have a rusted iron ring equivalent, which is a ring from the original Dark Souls that lets you move quickly through, like, stifling waters. No. Oh. So many enemies are just jumping over my spells, huh? Oh, and I am basically out of FP. Alright, just a second. Oh, no. I'm just out of FP. Okay. Good to know. It's axe time. What a terrible situation to lose access to my FP. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them. Alright. Oh, okay. You know, I don't think I ever really used the axe's special ability to the best of its capabilities, because that is good. Right, but here we are. Golden Scroll. And the antiquated dress. So yeah, if I do that, I get angry, but my charged special attack is a run forward and slam, which is actually really good for repositioning. I never considered how potentially useful it was. Right. But also, I'm low on health, I'm poisoned, and there's enemies everywhere. So I'm just going to pop a bone. Oh yes, and also, the, what was it? The golden scroll item I picked up. I can bring that to Orbeck, the sorcery teacher. And he will teach me golden sorceries, which aren't combat focused. It's a lot of illusion magic and that sort of thing. You know what? I'm gonna go back to Firelink. I've got too many souls on me to be recklessly running into the next area. And I can give the scroll to Orbeck. He'll be happy getting a new scroll. Let's actually give him the scroll first. Just in case. Hey, Orb.
Back again, I suppose.
Yes, but I also have sorceries for you, my friend.
Oh my. Well, this is very unusual. It's from Ulasil, an ancient land of golden sorceries. Not even the Dragon School possesses such a long-lost...
Yeah, probably because they would have had to dig through a poisonous swamp to get it.
The scholars say, with their ridiculous headwear, they would simply slaver over this find.
Okay, so here we go. I think Pestilent Mist is actually a very good spell, if I'm remembering correctly. Repair, again, kind of pointless. Hidden Weapon, not really useful unless you are doing PvP, and even then, it's still kind of not great. Hidden Body, that was what the other guy was using against me. Distort light in order to deflect magic. What does this do? I don't recognize this. Distorts light in order to deflect magic. A closely guarded light manipulation spell that contorts the very fundamental laws, negating magic by denying its claim to physicality. Well, that sounds perfectly interesting. I don't know how to use it. Oh, I need 30 intelligence to use Pestilent Mist. Okay.
Come again.
I will. After I get 30 whole intelligence. Oh, wow. Really just clipped me onto that rock, huh? Oh, have you come back?
Oh, hello. You've come at a good time. It took some prowling, but I finally made a score. Go on, have a gander.
Alright, I think he picked up lightning urns and probably a couple of other weapons and armor bits. Yeah, nothing that I particularly would like to get. Wow, Priest Chime is expensive. Right. Oh, and a bunch of new embers.
Goodbye. Oh, this place.
Oh, yes, yes. Alright. Now... let's just level up. I think we can only get one with the souls that we currently have.
Speak thine. Very well, then take none.
Still no new slot for attunement. My goodness, you're so limited. Alright, well. Let's get faith up to 20.
Farewell, Ashen One.
And then intelligence will have to follow shortly afterwards. Alright. Keep Ruins is actually the fastest way into the next zone. I feel like maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't have gone so ambitious in my goals, and I should have focused on one school of magic instead of trying to diversify into all three. But where would I be without ambition? And there are a couple more things I could go get in the Farron Swamp, but honestly, I don't care. And I would much rather just move on to this area. Just bustling with anger, you. Alright, can I just avoid those enemies? Probably not. Oh, I did not want to fall. No. Stop. Oh, at least this stick that I'm holding has a bit of range to it. Wait, what? Alright, can I just walk past you guys without you attacking me? I think they might need the shrieks of the big guy to actually become aggressive. That is good. Well, I guess I killed one for nothing. Alright, and once you get here, you get to watch some of those dark wraiths that I fought earlier fight those enemies. And what you want to do is immediately ignore that and take a right. Because there's a bonfire over here. I don't want to get involved with that spooky group of skeleton people. I will just move further on into this area, though. These guys do get immediately aggressive, so I have no qualms about attacking them from behind with powerful magics. Alright, let's try and be mana efficient with this one, though. Oh, okay, never mind. That wasn't quite enough. And here we go. This is the first time we're actually seeing one of these because I elected not to fight this guy in the tutorial area. Because they're really strong and I didn't think I would stand a chance. And I'm seeing that I was probably right to have that fear. I'm doing 112. Okay. 112 with pyromancy. How do you deal with sorcery? 20 whole damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, you seem to be resistant to sorcery. Haha, those crystals got weirdly layered. Oh, and I'm out of magic. As I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Violence. Alright, please give me a second to heal. Alright. That was, dangerous. Alright, and what that let me do is open this door, which was unopenable from the other side. Oh, great magic weapon. That's a pretty good pickup. Alright, and this is a shortcut back to the Road of Sacrifices. For seemingly no reason. There's absolutely no reason for me to go back there. And you also might have noticed off in the distance from where I was, there was just a black knight sort of standing there. I will probably go and fight that in a second. That was mildly nerve-wracking. Maybe. And the only reason to kill the Black Knight is for the Black Knight to be dead. I don't really care about that too much. Okay. So now we're just going to let those Dark Wraiths walk on past us. Over to those enemies, and they can fight for us. In the meantime, I'm just gonna move around the edge of the zone. Killing any enemies that might happen to be here. Alright, what about you? You're not bothered that your buddies are getting killed directly behind you? Yeah, no, apparently not. Alright. Fair enough. Yeah, Interesting that he had a hick in his attack moveset. Right. The only reason I really fought him was so that I could pick up that ember. Next time I'm going through this zone, I will just run through and not bother fighting anything. Oh, why me? Those Dark Wraiths are a bigger problem. By far. Well, you mess with this guy, you get the axe. That was a very fun camera movement the game just did to try and make me throw up. Maybe walking in circles is also just kind of disorienting at the best of times. Alright, did either of you even take any damage from that encounter? Alright, a little. Just the tiniest little sliver of damage. Alright. I have a feeling you might be a little bit weaker to sorceries than... Okay, well, your shields entirely block sorcery. That's good to know. Let's pull out the pyromancies then. Wow. They're just as strong as I remember. I just feel my imminent demise every time one of them runs at me. Okay. Again, there's actually only one reason that I was fighting those guys. I mean, the other one also just sort of disappeared into nowhere. Oh, I see him. You can't hide from me. But I sure wish I could hide from you. Okay, there it goes. If I consume an ember... There we go. I believe this is a NPC, Blackhand Gotthard. This is the only way that you can get... once he summons in properly. Hello, Gotthard. He will do this. That is the only way that you can get that emote. I have no idea why they made it so convoluted, but they did. Alright, so now I'm gonna go try and fight a boss with one healing Estus Flask and one magic Estus Flask. Wish me luck, because I'm about to die. Yeah. That might be a bit of an understatement. So, these were the Abyss Watchers. They showed up in the opening cutscene of the game. I'll be able to explain a little bit more about their lore and whatnot once we defeat them. Which might not even happen in this stream. I foresee this being one of the big stalling points. Because they are a boss that moves incredibly quickly. And casting spells takes time. Gotthard, please have this guy attack you. Thank you. Alright. So one of the other things about this boss fight is that more of them just start appearing over time. But there's also another very interesting aspect to that, which we might see in a little bit. If I don't die. There we go. So there is the third one, but you'll notice it has red eyes. And that means that it is omni-hostile and will attack anyone, even the other bosses. Which is generally pretty useful, because it keeps their attention away from me. Ow. But it looks like they're both just attacking Gotthard. Also, you'll... Okay, well... I'll just say it now. If I killed the boss then, that would just start its second phase. I wasn't just that close to killing it. No, it is a multi-phase boss, and once you deplete its health bar the first time, it comes back even stronger. So not too big of a loss there. Kind of irritating that I wasn't able to get it the first time through. At the very least, its first set of health the first time through. Also, I should probably check to see how sorcery does against him. Because I feel like it might be a little bit better than fire, given that he is a Lord of Cinder. Fire is sort of their whole thing. Yes. That there is the sort of safest run through the zone. My roll came out late. Alright, that does a total of 93 damage. Versus... 93 versus 180. No, Fireball's still more useful. By far, actually. Alright. And now I think I just want to run around until the next one comes. Also, I had a lot more souls than I thought. Because dealing with two of these guys is probably a bit more than I can even handle. Okay, there we go. Alright. I've got the other one actually just straight helping me in the fight. Alright. Come on, stop moving around so much. Just get hit by my fireballs. There we go. A third one had just come up from behind me. Wow. That was, close call. And here comes phase 2. Right, we'll see if it still does 180 damage to him when we hit him. Right. So this is something that I don't think I've ever seen anyone mention in regards to the bosses of Dark Souls 3, not even Vati Vidya. But each of the 3 Lords of Cinder that you fight, so that is Aldrich, Abyss Watchers, and Yorm, all of them do this exact same thing, where once they hit second phase, their body has little flame patterns on them, which is the exact same thing that happens to your player character when you use an Ember, because you are an Unkindled. Yeah, I actually don't know how I'm going to beat him, because he's so fast that I don't think I'd have time to cast any spells. Right. There's one. Yeah, and it still does 180. So I suppose this is why in Elden Ring, they're adding these summons to the game, which are basically ways for casters to distract bosses without bringing in summons from outside. I thought that might miss me, just slightly. Oh, and they even dodge my spells. Okay, well. Yeah, being a caster is pain in Dark Souls 3, huh? Oh, I think the travel time of the pyromancies is also really hampering me. Yeah, the fire effects on his weapon are pretty good. It's very similar to, Lady Maria from Bloodborne. She had a very similar sort of fire effect with her weapon. Very reminiscent of each other. I feel like... Actually, you know what? Something to do. No, I didn't want to do that. Alright, so if I swap out the binoculars for an Ember, that'll let me very quickly get into my inventory and use another healing item. I would like the binoculars somewhere on this list, though. Where'd they go? Oh, they're there. But it'll be slightly more apparent when I use an Ember mid-fight. It'll show the similarities between, like, the two methods of resurrection. Because, much like what happened to the Abyss Watchers, an Ember is a full heal for your character, which is what the Abyss Watchers do. You fully deplete their health, and then they regain all of their health. And they get an Ember effect on them. Yeah. Right. I actually need to be obtrusively careful about not taking too much damage here. Oh, there's the second one. Oh. Wow, that killed me. Alright. Go off, I guess. Yeah, but I think I'm actually just sort of too early still to properly put up any fight against them. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run in there, pick up my souls, and use a homeward bone to teleport out of there. Because I do not have any business fighting them at this point. You know what? I might actually want to keep it to a close combat fight. And just use, like, a combustion spell or something like that. Hey. Ow. I'm just gonna drink to be safe. Oh wow, he just stayed on the other side of the room. I was under the impression that he was just on my tail as I was running away, but no, he kept his distance. Alright.
Welcome home, speak.
My desire is to get to 20 faith. A bit short.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I've got a poppable soul in here that might get me up to 19. Oh, I was hoping for 2,000 out of that.
Welcome home, speak.
Alright, well,
Then
that's definitely a level then. Alright, I can almost use the lightning bolt now.
Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
Alright. But I think that's actually it for today. What's this? Good 3.5 hours almost? Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it for today. Thank you all so much for coming. It's been a good, somewhat progressive progression, that's the one. Made a good deal of progression this stream. A couple things that I would like to do. Yes, thank you for coming. It's always good to have friendly faces around. Well, that is going to be it from me. Thank you all so much for coming. Time to bid you all adieu and au revoir. Good day.